Roman Reigns orders another edition of the Tribal Court. Bray Wyatt has the worst character in all of wrestling. WWE strips Rhea Ripley of the Women's Championship because of Dominic Mysterio. Fans on Roman Reigns facing Bad Bunny at SummerSlam. Bobby Lashley, the one who finally dethrones Roman Reigns. Jey Uso sends message to Roman Reigns and Bloodline member. Let's jump right into it. Things rumored to take place on WWE SmackDown following Backlash 2023. The post-Backlash edition of WWE SmackDown is scheduled to emanate live from the Thompson Bowling Arena in Knoxville, Tennessee on May 12, 2023. WWE has announced that Roman Reigns will make his return on the upcoming episode. Furthermore, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez will defend their Women's Tag Team Championship against Dakota Kai and Bayley, while Cameron Grimes will lock horns with Baron Corbin in singles action. On the heels of a wildly successful premium live event in Puerto Rico, let's look at 5 things that could happen on the show. Number 5. Cameron Grimes defeats Baron Corbin on WWE SmackDown. Cameron Grimes will make his WWE SmackDown debut on Friday night. The former NXT North American champion is set to take on Baron Corbin in a one-on-one contest. Given it will be his debut match, fans can expect Grimes to defeat Corbin. The former NXT star could make easy work of his opponent to earn a major victory on Friday night. Number 4. Io Sky inadvertently cost Bayley and Dakota Kai a win against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Dakota Kai and Bayley will challenge Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the Women's Tag Team Championship on the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown. However, things may not end too well for the Damage Control duo. WWE has been teasing a potential split of Damage Control over the last few weeks. Fans can expect the company to keep creating differences in the faction in the coming days before finally pulling the plug on them. The creative team could have Io Sky inadvertently cost Bayley and Sky a win in the championship match on Friday's show. Number 3. Charlotte Flair returns and challenges Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair successfully defended her Raw Women's Championship against Io Sky at Backlash 2023. With that, her feud against the Damage Control member seemingly reached its end. The company could reveal her new challenger on the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown. While it will be interesting to see what WWE has in store for her, it wouldn't be surprising if Belair is confronted by a ghost from her past. Charlotte Flair could return from hiatus on Friday night and challenge Bianca for her title. The Queen has been absent since losing her SmackDown Women's Championship to Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 39. However, her potential return could be in the cards on WWE SmackDown. Number 2. AJ Styles qualifies for the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament's final. The upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown will witness the next round of the World Heavyweight Championship Tournament. WWE has announced 2 triple threat matches for the upcoming show. The winners of those 2 encounters will then face off in a semifinal. While Seth Rollins has already qualified for the tournament's final, the upcoming show could see AJ Styles prevail over his rivals to set up a clash against the Visionary. Number 1. Roman Reigns orders another edition of the Tribal Court. The Usos have been on the wrong side of Roman Reigns since losing their undisputed tag team championship at WrestleMania 39. With the Tribal Chief set to return on the upcoming episode of WWE SmackDown, a potential confrontation between Reigns and the Usos could be in the cards. However, Reigns kicking the twins out of the Bloodline upon his return seems unlikely. Fans can expect WWE to continue milking this angle in the coming weeks. The Tribal Chief could order another edition of the Tribal Court to decide the future of the Usos. Are you excited about the post-Backlash edition of WWE SmackDown? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Bray Wyatt has the worst character in all of wrestling. Bobby Lashley has had an interesting year so far in 2023. While he hasn't had the same championship success, he remains one of the most popular superstars on the WWE roster and has been a level above the rest. Wrestling legend Bill Apter, however, named his canceled opponent as the star with the worst wrestling gimmick today. On the latest episode of the Wrestling Time Machine, Bill Apter was asked by co-host Mac Davis about the worst gimmicks in wrestling. While the likes of the Mummy, Papa Shango, and Vince McMahon's Kiss My Club were named, he wasn't anywhere as harsh on them, as he was on the 3-time world champion Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, who was supposed to face Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 39 until a reported illness took him out, has faced criticism for the latest version of his character. Bill Apter explained why he isn't a fan and said that WWE shouldn't have put Bobby Lashley in that spot. I'm going to shock you to say this, but Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt. I Am Bray is allegedly sick, which is why he's not around. But they put Uncle Howdy in there. I wasn't a big fan. The whole Funhouse thing was too gimmicky for me. I don't think putting Bobby Lashley in that spot. He is a magnificent athlete. It's nothing against the character. I think when Bray Wyatt first came back as a good guy, those first few weeks I enjoyed what he was doing. Bill Apter mentioned that instead of the Bobby Lashley direction, fans wanted to see something with The Undertaker instead. He said that after the Raw 30th anniversary segment where The Undertaker whispered something in Wyatt's ears, it should have kickstarted an interesting new story. I'll tell you what they wanted. When The Undertaker whispered in Bray's ear, I think they wanted Bray Wyatt to come out the next week as Undertaker Jr. with the same gimmick, and it really would have gone over. The Undertaker comes out with him the first night. He would be, instead of the completely supernatural Wyatt, he could have been Bray the Undertaker Wyatt, and The Undertaker passes his gimmick over to him. He added that a SummerSlam feud between the two would be ideal. If he was going past the torch, I think he and Bray Wyatt have a really good understanding and relationship. I thought to follow up on that angle, he starts doing things that The Undertaker doesn't like, and that could lead to him vs. Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. Would you rather see this instead of Bray Wyatt vs. Bobby Lashley? Let us know in the comments section below. WWE strips Rhea Ripley of the Women's Championship because of Dominic Mysterio. Rhea Ripley is one of the biggest stars in the WWE's women's division and is rightfully holding on to the SmackDown Women's Championship. Given the star's in-ring abilities, it might be a while before anyone can defeat her to take it away. However, they might not have to. In fact, WWE might be the one to strip Rhea Ripley of the Women's Championship in response to actions by Dominic Mysterio. In the past year, Dom has made it a habit to regularly interfere in matches on behalf of Judgment Day. While he has helped out Damian Priest and Finn Balor before, he has also not hesitated to get involved in the women's division for Ripley. His regular interferences and overall attitude have made him one of the hottest heels in wrestling. However, this might be the same thing that cost him, and WWE has the opportunity to make him an even bigger heel with one move. Rhea Ripley is cheered regularly by WWE fans despite being a heel. WWE might want Dominic Mysterio to interfere in her match to help her keep the title. However, the promotion could strip her of the title if there's a controversial enough finish with Dominic attacking a female star. Ripley would naturally be upset at this, but she might be the one that ends up getting betrayed as well. Given how much WWE wants him to push him as a heel, Dominic might decide then that he no longer needs Ripley and attacks her. Dominic Mysterio might be content in his position for now, but given his cocky nature, it's unlikely to keep him happy for long. He might betray Rhea Ripley after being blamed for her losing the title. Following this, he might even try to become the new leader of Judgment Day, crossing Finn Balor. This would likely lead to him being cast out of the group instead, but would get in white-hot heat from the fans. Do you think Dominic Mysterio will betray his mammy? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Fans on Roman Reigns facing Bad Bunny at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns has taken down a plethora of opponents during his current run as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, leaving him without many credible opponents. However, fans liked the possibility of Bad Bunny facing the Tribal Chief at SummerSlam and took to Twitter to react to the same. Bad Bunny has proven that he is more than just a celebrity during his limited outings inside the squared circle. The music artist recently defeated Damian Priest in a San Juan Street fight at Backlash, with a match receiving plaudits from fans and critics alike. Besides that, the music artist has competed in 2 other matches for the promotion, including the men's Royal Rumble match earlier this year. His other bout was at WrestleMania 37, where he teamed up with Damian Priest to defeat John Morrison and The Miz. The 29-year-old is likely to return to WWE for another match at SummerSlam. With Roman Reigns without an opponent at the moment, many fans believe that Bad Bunny could be the ideal dancing partner for the Tribal Chief at the biggest party of the summer. Roman Reigns' dominance in WWE has been going on for nearly 3 years, with many wondering who could be the one to finally dethrone the Tribal Chief. With the Draft 2023 shuffling up the rosters, numerous new stars have lined up to get a shot at the Bloodline leaders' titles. Among those is Bobby Lashley, who set his sights upon Reigns after moving to the blue brand. The Almighty is also backed by wrestling veteran JBL, who believes that the former world champion is a viable candidate to end Roman's historic run. More on that later in the video. The Tribal Chief will be returning to WWE programming this Friday, where he is likely to address the issues within the Bloodline. The company could also set up his next feud on the blue brand. Bobby Lashley, the one who finally dethrones Roman Reigns. Following this year's WWE draft, several SmackDown stars have their sights set on Roman Reigns. One such name is Bobby Lashley, who could be a massive threat to the Tribal Chief at some point down the line. Not too long ago, veteran commentator Michael Cole teased that Lashley wanted to face Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Many fans have reacted to the possible showdown since then. On Sony Sports Network's Extra Them All show, WWE Hall of Famer John Bradshaw Layfield, GBL, said, "I think Bobby wants to be the top dog again, and I think he should be. You have a finite clock in the WWE. Eventually, Father Time is gonna catch up to you. It has not caught up to Bobby Lashley yet. I saw him the other day in person. He looks better than I've ever seen him look." GBL went on to highlight his history with Lashley, adding that the latter could dethrone Reigns. "He won his first title from me. He won the US Championship from me. I remember coming out of that and thinking, man, that guy is awesome. He is really good. Everything that I thought about Bobby has come true. The potential was always there. He has reached every bit of it. Now, him going after Roman Reigns, I think that's a great move. I think Bobby could be the guy to stop Roman Reigns." During the recently concluded WWE draft, it was JBL who announced that Lashley was headed to SmackDown. The Hall of Famer mentioned his on-screen appearance while commenting on the Almighty's future. "Bobby Lashley, to me, was one of the biggest draft picks. I was fortunate to be able to announce that," said GBL. "I think Bobby has got a run left in him. So I think Bobby is going to be the guy who could dethrone Roman Reigns." JBL continued, "Bobby's got that edge about him. He knows that he's not going to be around forever. He's in great shape, probably the best shape of his life. He knows the time is now, so I think Bobby is going to be a very important piece of WWE moving forward." As of this writing, Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns have had 2 singles matches against each other. They first went one-on-one at the 2018 Extreme Rules event. In that encounter, Lashley defeated Reigns cleanly. The match lasted almost 15 minutes and ended shortly after the Almighty attacked his opponent with a spear. However, Reigns would secure the win in their second singles bout a few nights later on Raw. Would you like to see Bobby Lashley versus Roman Reigns again? Let us know in the comments section below. Roman Reigns sends a message ahead of his WWE SmackDown return. Undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns sent a menacing message ahead of his return on the upcoming episode of SmackDown. The Tribal Chief has not appeared on WWE programming since April 3, 2023, episode of Raw after WrestleMania 39. Reigns and Solo Sikoa were scheduled to face Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes then. However, that match never occurred as the Beast viciously assaulted the American Nightmare before the bout could begin. Meanwhile, the champion is displeased with his cousins, the Usos, who lost their tag team titles to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 39. Last week, it was announced that the Bloodline leader would return to SmackDown to set things straight within his family. Ahead of his comeback, Reigns took to Twitter and ominously asserted that he's the Tribal Chief, head of the table, the one and only undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and SmackDown's daddy, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the and only undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion in WWE, SmackDown's daddy, comes home. Tomorrow night, Roman Reigns wrote, "Jey Uso sends message to Roman Reigns and Bloodline member." Jey Uso recently took to his official Instagram handle to share a one-word message. The Bloodline member shared a photo featuring himself, Roman Reigns, and Jimmy Uso. On the upcoming edition of SmackDown, Reigns will return to WWE television for the first time in weeks. The Tribal Chief is expected to address the tension within his faction. Jey, who is on thin ice with Reigns and Solo Sikoa, shared a one-word message on behalf of his stablemates. Lionish blood drop emoji, wrote Jey. Bill Apter recently discussed the future of Jimmy and Jey Uso within the Bloodline. He believes that their status with the group is uncertain. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's The Wrestling Time Machine, Apter claimed that Roman Reigns might be upset with the whole situation surrounding his family. This could potentially lead to a split with the Usos. We don't know that because Roman Reigns, even though he's on SmackDown, his storyline is him being very upset at the whole situation here. It could be a split from the Usos as well, said Apter. The issues within the Bloodline began when the Usos lost the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 39. In the main event of Night 1, their historic title reign came to an end. The two teams collided in a rematch on SmackDown a few weeks ago. However, Jimmy and Jey were unable to win the titles back. Since then, Paul Heyman has hinted that the head of the table isn't pleased with his stable members. Sikoa, meanwhile, has teased betraying the Usos. At Backlash, he nearly attacked Jey Uso with a Simone Spike. Do you think that the Usos will split from Roman Reigns? Sound off in the comments section below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for